how y'all are. I'm glad that you can join me today, I guarantee. And welcome back to another episode of Haunted Indiana, Ghosts and Strange Phenomenon of the Hoosier State, written by James A. Willis. Today is October 17th, Thursday, 2019. And tonight's tale, Dark Phantom on a Fiery Steed. It's been more than 150 years since a harrowing encounter with a dark phantom occurred on River Road. And yet, the event was so frightening, so disturbing, that it is still talked about today and never fails to deliver a chill up the spine of all who hear it. In the 1850s, River Road was not only the road of choice for traveling between Tell City and Carmelton. It was the only way to get back and forth between the two towns. So the road was fairly well traveled, and people were familiar with the sights and sounds of the road. Nothing, however, could prepare the folks for what they would see on the road one night in 1858. On a crisp yet sunny afternoon in September 1858, friends and family members gathered together in River Road's Mulberry Park to celebrate the wedding of Amanda Brazee and Paul Schuster. It was a celebration, to be sure, and everyone was in fine spirits. That is until some of the guests began pointing at something moving off in the distance down River Road. As more and more guests turned to face the River Road to see the mysterious object moving towards them, it soon became clear that it was a rider on horseback. But this was no ordinary rider on a horse. When it drew near, guests were horrified to see that the horse appeared to be on fire. As for the rider, most of his features were hidden beneath a long black riding cloak. One hand would occasionally appear from beneath the cloak, brandishing a riding crop, with which he urged the horse to run faster and faster. Some guests began running for cover, while others simply stood transfixed, as the dark figure on the flaming horse came closer and closer. Just as it reached the point where it would crash headlong into the wedding guests, horse and rider suddenly reared up, turned, and went galloping back down River Road, disappearing into the twilight. Slowly, the wedding guests came back to their senses and tried to rationalize what they had just seen. Surely too many of them had seen the horse and rider, so it could not have been a figment of their imaginations. So it must have been real. But what was it? A ghost? A demon? Or perhaps just something trying out an early Halloween prank? Whatever it was, the guests decided to just forget the incident and go back to the matter at hand, the wedding celebration. But such ghostly visions are not easily forgotten. It didn't help things either. When several days later, others started having their own horrifying encounters with the dark figure and his fiery steed. In one instance, a man fired shots at the rider, which seemed to have no effect. As the 1900s dawned and more modern roads began to crisscross the county, sightings of the horse and rider along River Road began to dwindle. In the 1940s, a flood wall was erected that essentially cut off the section of River Road where the apparition would appear. And with that, the stories of the dark rider atop a blazing horse stopped. But who's to say what would happen if some dark night someone were to peek over the flood wall just to see what they could see. And we'll end it there for tonight, my friends. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please feel free to leave them in the comment section down below. If you want to come find me on social media, my links are in the description. Be sure to hit that bell icon to stay informed when I drop another exciting episode of Haunted Indiana. I want to thank you all for watching. Thank you all for listening. I love you all. Bye.